Hey Alberto, how's it going? So I guess the first thing is, yeah. So I don't think this is a big deal, but I think it's worth mentioning, which is that I think I have a bit of like a mild case of insertional Achilles tendinopathy, just from the location of it. So it's basically where my Achilles tendon is attaching to my heel bone, and it gives me discomfort when I'm like flat-footed and I bend over. And I think I got that from actually probably when I was in Japan on vacation because I was walking and hiking so much, and that's not something that I guess I'm used to doing. So I don't think it was from actually any of the lifting weights because I didn't have it before I left, and I only started getting it towards the last 2 days when I was on vacation. Um, and so I did my Romanian deadlifts and whatnot, and surprisingly, it didn't really bother me. So what usually happened was that maybe for the first like few warm up sets, it was like slightly bothering me, and then for the most part, it kind of went away. And I guess maybe because I warmed it up, and at the end of the day, I'm pushing my hips back when I'm doing the Romanian deadlift, so I think it doesn't get into that position where it would cause me a lot of discomfort. I was originally worried about it because if I'm bending over, as an example, if I'm like going to touch my toes, as an example, then it would be like kind of like a sharp pain there. And even on the calf raises, I thought the straight leg calf raise would have been very painful, but it actually didn't hurt me at all, which I found really surprising. But I guess just kind of wondering how you think I should handle it. I've only started like dealing with it today because then I realized I'm like, okay, I should probably start doing something about it because I'm not sure if it's going to get better on its own. It might, but I've started icing it a few times a day, and then I'm doing like I don't know, just some YouTube videos where it was like stand on your tippy toes and walk around and stuff like that. Yeah, but just curious what your thoughts are for that. That being said, I don't think it's something major, so I'm not too worried about it. Um, for the other topics, yeah, the weight's just like flying off. I'm like 178 right now, noticeably leaner, much leaner than I would have thought at this body weight. I'm actually very surprised how lean I'm looking. So yeah, I'm pretty optimistic in terms of like how much mass I've accumulated during this bulking phase if I'm looking this lean now. So yeah, very excited for that. Um, let's see. Yeah, so incline fly. Um, yeah, I think I might drop that down to 30. Let me know your thoughts on that one. I think it might be time to drop that down to 30 pounds. Um, just because I feel like when I lose weight, there's like an immediate strength drop off, probably because all of my like glycogen stores are depleted, and then it kind of like levels out for the most part. Obviously, when I continue to lose weight, the strength will start to drop again, but I think there's usually an immediate like dip just because of just I'm just more depleted. Uh, so there's that. Then for the tricep press down, I know it's 5 sets of 25 to 35. I think I've mentioned this before, but it's okay if like for the last 2 sets I'm getting maybe 22 because I feel like I don't want to drop it down to 5 pounds because that's a pretty large percentage decrease on something like that. And I think 22 is still like pretty close to that rep range that I think we're targeting there. And for the other 3 sets, I'm well within that like 25 to 35. It's just that, it is a lot of reps. So the lactic acid is starting to build up by then. And then I guess the last thing is, so is the idea for the 4 workout days for the foreseeable future? I've noticed that that's working very well for me. I guess I originally always thought that, more is more. Like, oh, five days a week is better than 4 days a week. I guess that's always what I've been like thought for all these years. But a lot of people seem to be doing the four days a week lately. It seems to be just like a trend that I've noticed in a lot of lifters. So I guess I'm wondering. I guess one of the benefits is that it gives me so much more flexibility. Like the 5 workout days is definitely like it's amazing. It's only one extra day, but it's so much more restrictive in terms of like moving things around to fit my schedule because I do work and sometimes I have to like travel somewhere for work and kind of fitting that all around is I'm not missing any days, but it definitely becomes difficult sometimes. Where with 4, it's pretty effortless getting those in. Yeah, that's about it though. Otherwise, yeah, feeling really good.